Choque sus guantes a sus esquinas.
This year in Japan for Luis Castillo, the biggest opportunity. There, we've seen the Cuban national team take a trip over there to
turn off the angles. It's a hard style to fit.
Castillo, as we mentioned, facing his second. You see,
and he's exhausting him just with the footwork. You know, not really. He's been a little more busy, applying more pressure. Just has to let his hands go a little.
Three best feet in the game, as evidenced by the backflips that he landed. Yeah, and that's what fighters.
Art, you know, you want to have codes. You know, that's something that I used to do with.
And Murodjan Ahkmadaliev.
You know, with these angles, creating angles, but he's not fine. He ain't even throwing shots. The footwork is so quick. He puts. If you're scoring the round, it's like, what do you like more? Castillo's the one that's
2 underway. You found a way to communicate without, despite. Ahkmadaliev left hand to the body there. That's one of his signature shots. They're not identical styles, obviously, but obviously came from the same school. And in Warsaw, late last year, and a big right hook connects there.
You know, what Diaz corner wants is they want him to be more busy. Let his help. At this point, I don't understand why Castillo's back there, but what I see now is I see Castillo getting a bit more. Corey is that the way they throw it from an angle where right hand right there, the second one landed.
Castillo working with what he's getting. The shot that you were honed in on, right?
Absolutely, you know, it's a shot that letting his hands go, throwing good combos.
Sometimes they do bring it up top. About 20 seconds ago, Ahkmadaliev landed that.
Trainers is, you know, just say code words that only hands go more, and I think that, you know, MJ's just looking for that perfect shot.
That would be a radical change to this fight game.
Yeah, MJ's looking for that perfect shot. That's a good counter, right hand. Castillo's doing a good job staying in rhythm with MJ and let his hands go. Stay in the pocket right there.
It has been now close to a minute and a half since Ahkmadaliev has thrown anything very often that will make someone say, okay, you're ready.
Castillo gets himself back in the rhythm, landing a good shot here and there.
Well, curious more concern here with regards to Ahkmadaliev. There, Ahkmadaliev lets go of that line. We're talking about that with regards to Beck. It's become a retreat for a lot of fighters who are
double up the jab, right hand.
Right.
And then the opponent here.
Well,
I think Castillo can see.
Castillo with that right hand caught by the elbow. At times, if he thinks that Castillo could see them without getting
about the counter shot, where you could just see it in his face, in his body language. You know, it's a hard shot, and the thing is,
good shot there.
Castillo pay off the movement. You know, he makes Castillo miss.
And obviously for Ahkmadaliev, like this fight was headed in a bad direction for Castillo.
Kind of, you know, it can put you in a position where
with this amount of movement that we're seeing from Castillo and these big exaggerate here for Ahkmadaliev as he finds that left hand.
The body shot
will not be scored a knockdown for Gabe when he does throw them. Like, they work so well. I mean,
throws me off that, you know, MJ makes Castillo.
Huge left hand there. The Ahkmadaliev shaking his left hand. Clubbing left hand.
You know, especially when you have a fight lined up, so much wasted movement. And when I say that, I mean
of Luis Castillo, but even the deepest gas tank.
And he's closing distance, but he's just trying to find one
nice
shot.
Look there from Ahkmadaliev. Nice left hand again there from Ahkmadaliev. Castillo could make something happen, and there it is. What? I don't know how Castillo was up on his feet.
he's not comfortable. And when you're not Castillo over the top, and he's landing, you know, he just double. And you know, and right here is where I want to see MJ go for the kick position, throw his shots. You know, he's right.
Ahkmadaliev waits the table with that right hook as well.
But when MJ does decide to throw shots that'll take Castillo out of there. Look at that. Again, Castillo misses, no counter from MJ.
Round 8 begins here by Ahkmadaliev.
Hill, you know, just get him out. Make it stick. It's wasted movement.
Seconds remaining in the round. It's quick, now flowing once again. It was temporarily halted by the Castillo. In a couple of moments in this fight.
Hill, every time he throws, he's landing the shots. Look at that, nice uppercut, nice overhand. MJ could have done this 3 rounds ago.
And that'll do it for the... There's that left hand to the body again.
You know, the problem here with MJ is he's trying to... It's too much waiting.
Side looking for that same shot. Now throws the right hook to the body.
Not throwing the shot. Statement, touch that body. Or a headbutt could happen, a clash, you know, where you get cut, or you can tell that he's overpowering.
Antonio Diaz waving him in, telling him to apply a little bit more pressure.
You know, the problem with MJ is he wants to land the perfect shot.
It feels like he could end this one. Action of Luis Castillo, who came back with a left hook of his own, comes back with a nice right hand, and got out of the way of that sweeping left. Those right hooks to the body that he's starting to throw here, that might help with knowing he has a fight on the books for September. In just get... Blood now, they have looking for the fight-ending shot. It's Castillo who
sets up the 3. So who cares if the 1-2 doesn't? That's what pro boxing's about. Combinations. Putting the guy that's vulnerable in front of you, you can get.
Left hand finding its mark right in the midsection. See if he obeys orders here.
See, he's in position to punch. Why is he? It's a whole different animal right there. And you know, some guys have the killer instinct. Some guys
make it 4 down. Like, he's not concerned about what the result of this fight is going to be, which Ahkmadaliev was landing at will here in the 8th. Someone is going to ask some questions, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know, MJ needs to cut that corner.
The benefit of the doubt that he's fighting this way because of the level of competition. A moment ago, just to hammer home your point there. Back comes Ahkmadaliev, and you see it flowing now onto his chest as well. Straight left hand again, make it 2, though. Is on uncertain legs right now, and a big uppercut. So MJ Ahkmadaliev.